Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about what blocking is. If you want to learn how to do it, then just keep on watching. So what is blocking? Blocking is what adds the finishing touches to your project. It's what turns a project that doesn't lay correctly into something that is not only the correct shape, but also lays flat. There are many different methods to blocking that are dependent on the kind of yarn that you're using. Today, however, we will talk about one of the easiest ways. Here are some of the things that you will need: a blocking or foam board, rust-proof pins, a spray bottle with water, and a blow dryer just in case you want to speed up the drying process. So let's get started.
Okay, so to start the blocking process, we are going to need something that we are going to pin our project to. So this was really just a leftover foam board from when we were putting some new flooring in. And so it wasn't being used, so I decided that it was going to be perfect to block my projects. You can use whatever you like. A lot of people do use like these rubber foam mats. They're super nice, and if you get like a small pack of them, then you don't have to worry because you'll have like a ton of them. And I've used these for earrings, you know, just pretty much everything. I use these quite a bit. So to begin the blocking process, we want to lay our project out, of course, onto our foam mat. And then I have these little box of pins that I got from Walmart. So I'm just going to start taking and pinning this in the shape that I want. So for example, I want to start first with pinning each of these corners. And now that we have done the four corners, we just want to fill it in. So we want to take and stretch it so that we have a straight line. Depending on the project, this can actually be a little bit time consuming. I've done like a dress doily in the past, and it actually took me like 20 minutes to do this, but the end result was totally worth it. So you just want to put these every so often just to make sure that we're getting that straight line, because as it's drying, it will dry in whatever shape that you put it. So now I'm going to work over here on this other side. You see that's not exactly straight over here. And I'm just doing it every couple stitches or every other stitch, depending on how wonky it is. And you can really use this for multiple, you know, edges or multiple projects. This is seriously one of the most important tricks to crocheting that I learned when I first started, and I had absolutely no idea what it was until somebody asked me if I blocked it, and then I ended up looking it up and I never went back. So in these, the tops and bottom, I'm not really worried about because it is pretty straight. But just to kind of show you, I'm just going to pin those two. Another method that I was looking at that people do with these is it will actually, they'll take and get the whole piece soaking wet before they start pinning it. and let it dry, that's up to you. Honestly, that sounds like a mess to me. So I prefer this method because I can control how much water is on it. But, you know, it's all up to personal preference. Okay, it looks like these right here need to be, and the best part is you can always readjust your pins. They're not set in stone until it dries. And I think these pins probably. So just adjust it till you're comfortable with it and you like how it looks. And then the next thing we're going to do is, depending also on your method, some people, like me, I like to get my handy dandy spray bottle. Other people like to use spray starch. So it's up to you. I think the water works better. And then you don't have like anything else on it except for water, but it's totally up to you. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your spray bottle and you're just going to get it completely wet, like soaking wet. Looks like I need more water. There we go. And you're just going to get it soaking wet everywhere. Okay. So now the only part that is left of the blocking process is just letting it dry. And when you're done, then you'll have something like this, which, as you can see, perfect straight edges, you know, and everything. This is one that I actually did with a smaller crochet hook. That's why it's so much smaller than the other one. So like I mentioned in the previous video, the size of your crochet hook will really depend on, or I should say the size of your project will really depend on your crochet hook. But so that about wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you'll be notified of my new videos. I also just wanted to take a second and say welcome to all of our new subscribers. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. So I'll see you next time. Bye!